Jono Merlo, Xavier College, class of 2016. I'm currently contracted with Cricket Victoria. Probably my most significant achievement was making my Shield debut and playing a couple of games since then. It's tricky to pinpoint it, just because I was lucky enough to play with pretty much all my best mates, especially in year 12. So, I mean, if I'm going to pinpoint one thing, it's probably going to be particularly that. We still catch up, have a few beers, and it's never too far away talking about different memories we had playing school cricket, playing on the roach in front of the crowd, and different things like that you just sort of still wish you could get back to. Well, we devastatingly lost to Melbourne Grammar in year 12. It was the only game we lost. So I'd probably have to say Melbourne Grammar was the one for us that was our probably biggest opponent in the end. We drew on points, and since they beat us, they won the title. So that was pretty heartbreaking. Well, I was in a unique situation. I had 3 different coaches in my 3 years playing cricket at Xavier. So, to be completely honest, I think each coach I had was massively influential. They all had different factors. Some were quite hard and really sort of made us strive to be better cricketers. Some strove more in terms of being great humans and great people, and then everyone in between sort of had different things. But I think that was probably the big one for me, was just being able to learn different things, different factors, and it wasn't just all about cricket. It was how to be a good person and how to really build great relationships with people around you, which was massive for me in cricket, but also in life. A lesson I learned was just probably a bit of humility. I think our team probably got a little bit cocky in year 12, I guess is probably the right word, in terms of we had a really strong side, but we were very humbled in the end by not winning the premiership. So that was probably one thing for me, and the boys around me. It was just a massive just, you never can be too sure or too confident. There's always going to be something around the corner that's going to change things. I think that was the beauty of APS cricket, that everyone's sort of in the hunt to win, and each Friday, Saturday that you showed up, that something could change and could actually really impact the season. So that was one thing, big lesson for me personally, was just never being too far ahead of the game. I've been fortunate enough to sort of be captained by some great leaders. We've got Pete Hanscom at the moment at Victoria. I've been lucky enough to be with the Melbourne Stars and had Glenn Maxwell as a captain, and even Bobby Quiney, Michael Beer, and Adam Crosswade at St Kilda currently. So I've had so many different leaders with so many different strengths, that when you look at them and you really write them down, it's amazing to see the different lessons you can learn from them. And I think probably the main thing that comes down to it for me was just communication. I think that's probably the most significant thing in a sport like cricket. You have to communicate well, and you have to make sure that everyone's on the same page, striving for the same end result. So that's probably a big one for me, learning off those guys. Yeah, I actually was quite superstitious. I used to wear the same pair of socks, same skins, different things like that I've quickly sort of gotten away from now. I used to think if I wasn't wearing them, I wasn't going to be able to make runs or take wickets, which you think about now, it's quite funny. But yeah, I was quite superstitious with that sort of stuff. Favorite teammates, tough one. I think if I look at the year 12 group that I had, and also the year 11 and 10 boys in 2016, it was pretty unique in a sense that I literally had all my best mates playing with me, which was, yeah, it was incredible. And I probably haven't had that experience since. Not that I haven't made great friends through cricket, but to have your closest mates that you spend every day with, to then go out onto a sporting field and share memories there as well. I live with one of my mates that I played in year 12 with at the moment. So even when we're sitting around at dinner now, we still bring up different memories and different moments that we laugh about or we get frustrated about. So yeah, I can't say there's particularly one person, but yeah, I was extremely lucky in that sense that I probably had about 6 to 7 absolute best mates that I'm still really close with now, that I got to play with. A current piece of advice just would have to be, and I think it's quite cliche, but yeah, school cricket, particularly APS cricket, was just some of the most fun I ever had playing cricket. I think I was probably fortunate enough to take it seriously, but I also knew that this was a massive opportunity to just play and enjoy the game. And I think that's probably one thing I was quite happy that I did. I never put too much pressure on end goals or anything like that. I think just rocking up to a Friday or a Saturday, enjoying different moments with your best friends was probably the massive thing for me. And I talk to my mates now about it, and we all wish we could go back to a Friday or a Saturday on the Roach Oval and bring back a memory or relive something that we went through, because these are sorts of things that you probably aren't going to be too fortunate enough to experience again. But these are lifelong memories that, as I said, we still talk about, I still think about. And yeah, that's probably the main one for me, just to really enjoy each moment, make memories, and keep in touch with the boys or girls that you play with, because these are going to be lifelong friendships that you make.